Hi everyone, Raymond and I are going to present our design for a social media-driven experience under the circumstance of online learning. Specifically, we're going to focus on online learning of English Standard Test TOEFL. We're going to discuss about 4 parts: learning problems we found, our goals, our design, and the criticism as well as analysis of our design. Since we both took this test when we applied for undergraduate university in US, we found some common learning problems we faced during the preparation of these online courses. We found TOEFL online courses only gave us some exam techniques and led us to practice the mock test by ourselves. What we lack of would be someone who can practice the oral test with us, more communications between teachers when we face questions during the practice, more motivations for us to keep memorizing vocabulary, interest to consistently learning TOEFL under the pressure of regular school curriculum, and friendship with classmates to prepare exam together. So what we want to solve is how to utilize the existing technologies to increase engagement, motivation, and communication between teachers and students in the experience of online TOEFL learning. Our target audience is Chinese students who are preparing to apply undergrad in US. Our learning goal is to create an engaged, well-communicated, motivated environment for students for students in the TOEFL community and help students effectively reach English proficiency online. In order to reach this goal, the specific objectives we have by utilizing effective technology or social media are at first, help students increase their motivation to memorize vocabulary and reach sufficient vocabulary for TOEFL. Second, find appropriate ways for students to practice listening skills so that they can identify the main ideas in some key details of simple and complex speech on concrete and abstract topics. Third, create virtuously competitive environment in class to increase more engagement between students, so students can be more united in group competition. Fourth, foster constructive feedback from peers and teachers. Fifth, increase voluntary communication with teachers. Sixth, create more engagement opportunities both inside and outside class.
So the purpose of our design is to simulate and transfer the quality learning environment from offline to online. To achieve that, we have to compensate the lack of a social factor while ensuring the same smooth transition of information. So that's why we choose a combination of social media technologies to provide students with a more immersive experiences. The first tool we use is Zoom for real-time classroom, where students and teachers, they can have real-time discussions. The second tool we use is WeChat. It is used for after-class communication. And the third tool we use is TikTok. We are going to set up a TikTok official account, which will post interesting clips from English episodes such as Friends and Big Bang Theory. So when students are using TikTok, they will have this interesting clips without subtitle in their feed, so they can practice their listening skills while enjoying the relaxation of TikTok. And fourth is Baidu Cloud. Baidu Cloud is something we use to distribute large size material online. And the fifth is Bilibili. Bilibili is a Chinese version of YouTube. There are a lot of contents on Bilibili which can be utilized for self-regulated learner to supplement what they have learned in class. And sixth is the interactive games. We are going to hold online game tournaments, and we'll encourage students to participate in teams so they can build our deeper personal relationship during these kind of events. And there are also other features of our design. First is that we are going to have placement tests to distribute students according to their level of TOEFL, so no one will be left out. And the second is that we will have much more engagement activities compared to traditional learning institution. There will be a lot more online trivia. There will be more ice-breaking games, and there also will be some interactive online game tournaments that will be held by the school. And third is that we will have WeChat and WeChat groups where teachers can actively check in with students. And also the teacher will assign 2 students as the moderator of the week. The moderator will answer the question posted by other students before the teacher answers the questions. So after they post their own answers, the teacher will post their answers as well. And the teacher will give their own feedback for the question and for the moderator every week. And the fourth is that the teacher will invite students to reach the consensus on class expectation. It will make ground rules about what can be done and what cannot be done during the class. And also, there will be mandatory assigned office hour to help teacher and students to keep on track with each other and to give more material for teachers to develop a more personalized solution for students. Our design has its own strengths. We put a lot of emphasis on relationships. So it will works as a very effective motivational factor for students to consistently put on efforts in learning TOEFL. And also, the omnichannel coverage will help students immerse themselves in the online environment, so there will be less distraction. And also, the social media technology has enabled teachers to actively communicate with students whenever they are available. There are also weaknesses of our design. Our design has a very high reliance on teachers. Uh, as what Gang Ye has mentioned in his 9 types of instructional events, providing feedbacks is a key instructional event. However, when teachers are not motivated enough to do so, no matter how good our social media technology is, we cannot achieve that. And also, we have a high monitoring barrier because students are doing so many different things on different platforms, which means it's hard for us to monitor all their progress and performance across various platforms. However, at last, what we want to say is that learning is not just about knowledge. Learning is also about the social relationship built during the process of learning. And those social media technologies are only tools that empower what has existed in learning. If there's nothing has passed down to students, there's nothing for the social media technology to empower and enlarge. This is our presentation. Thank you for listening.
Thank you.